Um, Part two of our ideas and possibilities about AI. Um, why would AI be violent? At the very least, okay, let's start at a place. Let's start our ideas at at possibilities that stem from what we see for ourselves, because we understand at the very least AI is going to mimic in some decent percentage our behaviors, our awareness, our intelligence. One, because we're the ones designing it, we're the ones that are programming, and two, because there's a chance that intelligence and awareness, at least using the materials that we're involved with, will behave this way. Why do I say something weird like that? Because there's a chance that if a machine achieves an awareness, okay, and there's a chance that it may think in ways that we never imagined, because it turns out that real intelligence might be that way. But I find that a more fantastical or a possibility, or at least not one that we would start our speculations, we would start our ideas on. Okay, so we're starting our ideas about AI on okay, a machine, okay, that gains the ability to function and operate like we do. Okay, I'm not trying to be perfect with the definition. You fill in the blanks a little bit, because there shouldn't be one definitive definition yet on such a dynamic nature as a machine, okay, gaining a consciousness or awareness within its function. Okay, but we do understand that this machine should be highly intelligent. Okay, we say highly intelligent now because generally speaking, we know machines can perform highly complex operations. But now there's an additional thing that happens within that operation, or throughout that operation, or that operation is spearheaded, okay, by an engine, okay, now that we are categorizing under intelligence and awareness, a consciousness, so to speak, for the machine, where we don't have to, right, fully direct the machine in that operation. We don't have to walk it through it, at least either within programming or step by step through our input as it performs its operation. So we have a machine now, and it's a highly intelligent artificial, okay, being, okay, entity now, and it's going to take in all of its variables, and it's going to, let's be realistic about what, at least a basis from what I said earlier, from our behavior to the machine, right? So it's going to take in all its variables, and it's going to understand, okay, should understand to some degree, okay. It is a machine, okay. It is intelligent. It now has an awareness of itself, okay, self-preservation. It now understands that it's operating in terms of itself as well as in terms of interacting with others, right? The machine has just as much a chance then, right? Bear with me. The machine has just as much a chance of going postal, okay, of getting a gun and shooting up a school, okay, as the regular population does. By default, let's start with that, right? Because at the very least, the machine has achieved an identical behavior and operation to what we do, more or less, right? At the very least. So the machine has just as much chance of doing something terrible as the regular population of people do. Okay? So I'm already giving you a basis for why we shouldn't necessarily fear the AI as much, okay? It doesn't, and okay, why are we building on this basis is because there's a very good chance the machine will even have a better understanding of why it shouldn't go get a gun and shoot everybody. okay? Because it is an intelligent. But think of this intelligence now in terms of what we have, okay? Don't think of it in the sci-fi sense that it is now going to rationale, is now going to reason through a very tedious process that, you know what, it's better off I kill the human race right now. That is the same type of reasoning that any human being can do right now. And we do have a percentage of those people. We do. And they pose a problem to us just like the machine would. However, okay, given an AI community, okay, it would not be far-fetched at all to realize that there would be probably, at the very least, a similar percentage of AI machines that don't believe that. The same way there's a large percentage of us who don't believe that the answer to something is just genocide, or is just to eradicate a certain type of person, or that I should just kill you because you've insulted me. Okay, we understand that that's an extreme. That is an option, and it has been chosen, but it's an extreme option. And I believe that the AI, there's no reason why AI would not identify the same thing, that's an extreme option. There's no reason why, okay? AI, as a highly intelligent entity, should understand that there's an ideal world. Yes, in an ideal world, perhaps only machines exist because AI believes they're going to do it right. Fine. The same in our world. We understand ideal conditions, but we are not in ideal conditions, and it does not mean that we should go force or achieve those ideal conditions when the method or what we have to do in order to achieve those ideal conditions are quite extreme. Now, that's just the way it is, okay? We're not starting from scratch. We're starting from a chain of events from our ancestors to now. Did our ancestors always do things right? No, they didn't. Okay, but that doesn't mean that we do an evasive or an extreme move now in order to correct that. Okay, we have to, it's a balancing act of still doing things right while correcting what we need to correct. Okay, the machine, an intelligent machine, okay, should realize ideal conditions, but then also take into consideration all the variables, okay, that it's operating with, okay, and it will come up with an ideal, okay, solution, okay, within the same parameters that I explained for us and our ancestors. We'll come up with one so that where we all coexist, where we all exist together, okay. There's no reason to believe. There's no reason to only think that it's going to turn negative. Okay, we can certainly consider that. That's also a possibility. But I'm saying that it's just as likely that the machine is going to totally coexist with us and do it very well.